Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something called word friends in English. I know it sounds a little funny, but it's a really simple and important topic, and I promise we'll make it super easy and maybe even a little fun. So let's get started.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever said this? You want a picture, and so you ask your friend, "Hey, can you do a photo for me?" It might sound right, but in English we actually use a different word with photo.
And hey, if you've said that before, please don't worry. It is so okay. This is a really common thing for students learning English. You are definitely not alone, and today we're going to fix it together. No problem at all. All right, so here's our plan. First, we'll find out what these word friends actually are. Then, we'll look at 4 very important verbs you need to know. After that, I'll give you some simple tips for learning them. We'll also talk about why making mistakes is a good thing. And finally, I'll give you a super easy plan to practice.
Okay, let's jump right into our first section. So, what exactly are these word friends we keep talking about?
The special kind of fancy name for word friends is collocations. But don't worry about that big word. All it means is that some words just love to go together. You could think of them like best friends, a verb and a noun that are almost always a pair.
For example, we always say make a mistake, not do a mistake. And hey, remember our first question? The right way is take a photo. And for that first meal of the day, we have breakfast. See? These little pairs are the word friends we need to learn. So you might be wondering, okay, but why is this so important? Well, it's because using the correct word friends helps your English sound so much more natural. It's one of the best ways to start sounding less like a textbook and more like a real speaker.
All right, let's move on to section 2. This is the big one. We're going to look at 4 of the most important verbs for these word friends. They are make, take, do, and have.
First up is make. The easiest way to think about make is that you are creating something new. You make breakfast. You create a meal. You make friends. You create a new relationship. You see what I mean? You're always creating something.
Next, we've got take. Just think about the word take when you are doing an action. You take a photo. That's an action. You take a shower or you take a break. These are all actions that you perform.
Okay, now let's look at do. This verb is usually for some kind of work or an activity. So you do your homework. You do exercise. You do the dishes. All of these are tasks and activities. And our last one of the big 4 is have. We use have when we experience something. You have fun. You have a party. You can even have a problem. It's all about what you're experiencing. Okay, so now you know about the 4 big verbs. But you're probably thinking, how am I supposed to remember all of this? Don't worry. Let's head into section 3 for some very simple tips. Here are 3 really easy tips. First, and this is a big one, always learn the full phrase, the 2 words together. So don't just learn make breakfast. Second, start with the common ones we just talked about. And third, try to make sentences about your life. For example, I do my homework every evening. That helps your brain remember it so much better. This next section is so important. I really want you to remember this. Making mistakes is okay. It's not just okay, it's actually a normal and very good part of learning anything new. Let's look at a really common point of confusion. Make versus do. Just remember our simple rule. Make is to create something new, like when you make a cake, but do is for an activity, like when you do your homework. Seeing them right next to each other like this can really help. So, if you say, do a photo, and someone helps you, don't feel bad for even a second. Just smile and say this simple phrase. Oh yes, take a photo, thank you. Just like that, you've learned something new, and that's just fantastic. And that brings us to our final section. Now I'm going to give you a super easy practice plan that you can start using like today. Here is a simple little plan to practice every single day. In the morning, just think about your routine. For example, I take a shower, then I have breakfast. During the day, just try to use 1 new phrase in a real conversation. And in the evening, just write 3 simple sentences with the words you learned. That's it. It's that easy. So, I want to end with this. Good luck with your studies. And hey, here's the fun little secret for you. The phrase good luck is also a collocation. We always say it together. See? They really are everywhere. Now go practice, have fun, and do your best.